Hi, I'm Rachel Hawkins, and I'm the author of The Wife Upstairs, Reckless Girls, and the upcoming The Villa. This is a book about a lot of things because there are a lot of stories happening all at once in this. But our sort of front story features a woman named Emily. She's a writer. She's in her 30s. Things are not going well in pretty much any facet of her life. And her childhood best friend, Chess, who has become very successful in a sort of self-helpy kind of way, swoops in and offers her the vacation of a lifetime. Like, let's go to Italy together to this gorgeous villa. We'll sort of rebond and renew our friendship, and we'll both finish our books that are, past deadline and that we're both working on. And this will just be like this great thing. The problem is that the house that they've rented is a murder house. It is Villa Aestas as it's called now, but in the past it was Villa Rosato, and there was a pretty gnarly murder there between some writer-musician types in the 1970s. And so, of course, another part of the book follows these characters in the 70s for that original summer at the villa, so that we can sort of see both what really happened and also how the people that were working there created what ended up being these very famous works of art, a very famous horror novel, and a very popular album. And so, yeah, the book is about a lot of things. It's about female friendships. It's about toxic friendships. It's about writing. It's about art. It's about sex and gender, which I'm always wanting to talk about. It's about money, which I'm always wanting to talk about. And it was inspired by just a lifelong love of all of those things. The Villa here, this is my 16th book. So I've written a lot of books over the past 10 years. That's why I'm so tired and there's so much concealer happening under my eyes. And it's interesting because I always say that writing a book only teaches you how to write that book. So sometimes the process that worked, for a previous book won't necessarily work with what you're working on right now. This was probably the most loosely plotted book. I am a big plotter these days. I did not start out my career as a plotter. You can change. You can go back and forth between plotter and pantser. I was very much a pantser early in my career, but when I transitioned into writing thrillers, I really had to plot. For this book, one of the things that I love is it has a sort of last big twist in it at the end. I didn't know that twist until I was writing it, and it's simply because I didn't let myself plot this one quite so heavily. For sure, Daisy Jones and the Six, which is a book that I adored. I watched The Talented Mr. Ripley probably 5 times while I was working on this. I think for the Italian feel, and also just that thing of toxic friendship is so heavy in that. As you're reading this, listen to as much 70s songwriters, ladies, as you can. I have just turned in the next book, which will be coming to you early in 2024. This next book coming up is my take on family and marriage. You'll definitely see some more dastardly ladies, because that's what I enjoy doing, and a really messed up family and a beautiful big house in the mountains of North Carolina. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait for people to read it. But now, on January 3rd, you can go get The Villa and come to Villa Aestas with us in Orvieto, Italy. It is a ride, I promise. After you've read it, feel free to find me on any social media. I am on Twitter as Lady Hawkins. I'm also here on Instagram as Lady Hawkins. And I have a website, rachelhawkinsbooks.com. So yeah, you can come find me and yeah, let me know what you think. So thanks so much for having me.